Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Breaking Down. This is episode 6 for the exhaust system on the HR350Z. So Matthew's gone ahead and picked out the touring exhaust, which I think is a good option. It matches our DE build, which is also running our touring exhaust. So yeah, just gonna quickly have a look what he's gone with. Obviously we've got our beautiful, lovely back mufflers here. Look how well TIG welded, you know, embossed logos. Everything looks really, really good. It's gonna work, it's gonna fit great and last you a long time. So let's just see what he's going with. We've got the, I think we've got the resonated center section here as well, I believe. Let's have a quick look what we've gone with. So we've got the tips in the box here.
I'm thinking he went...
Put your guesses in the comments.
I'm guessing polish, but now single wall or dual wall.
Alright, I think we'll see what looks good on silver. Oh yeah, it's got the dual wall, polished. Oh yeah, these look good. Look at that. I think on a silver car, it's going to look really nice. We went with the black on the red car. Red and black works good, and silver is also a nice color. You could do either or, but I think this suits this car, and it definitely suits Matthew. So nice, good choice, Matthew. But yeah, so let's get stuck into getting the car up on the lift, getting the rest of this unboxed, and then we'll get installing. Also guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to Z1 Motorsports. It helps us big time and also gives us an idea if you're liking what we're putting out. So yep, if you're on YouTube, head down to the like button there and please subscribe to Z1 Motorsports. What I really like about the touring kit is the amount of adjustment you have with our little tailpipe adjustment tips here. So whatever diffuser you have, whatever front section of exhaust you might have, really our kit will fit with just about anything. So we had the twins kit sitting on the 350DE, and that was very easy to adjust to suit that rear diffuser. We have a stock diffuser here. Again, I have full adjustment using our different points of bolt-on points.
So what's in the box?
Okay, so the last piece of the puzzle is our Z1 Y-pipe. Look how nice this is, by the way. We go to the extra step. We want you to know you've got Z1 products, and we want you to wear it with our little badge of honor. So, one part of the puzzle. Once again, we think of everything for you guys. Any rusty bolts, no worries. We provide you with new hardware, new gaskets, clamps, everything. We've got you covered, so you don't have to worry about your New Jersey boys. I know you're watching. No more rusty bolts. Step 1, gloves, tools.
Which tool?
Believe so. Most of these exhaust systems use 14s. However, if you do have someone's already modified your exhaust, if it's stock, mostly everything's going to be a 14, but obviously that can change car to car.
Some of those loose.
Fingers crossed. Oh, they're on there tight. Oh, fun. Oh, mate, she's tight. She's really tight. I didn't expect it to be this bad.
When in doubt,
bring out the breaker bar.
Are they a little rusty?
There's little seats on there, yeah. But that's no sweat for the big breaker bar today.
It's always nice to have the right tools.
Correct. Oh, and I can't fit in there.
Oh, because the lift?
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
I did the back one.
That's a me fault.
I think you did the.
That's a me fault. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're gonna keep moving down the back, and we'll worry about that one later. All right. we got there in the end. Nothing changed, nothing happened. We're all good.
You need an impact there, bud.
And just remember, look, rusty, I say rusty, quote unquote rusty, but old, gross bolts, we don't have to worry about them. You can break them off, you can do whatever. We've got new hardware.
The reinforcements?
Yeah.
Go towards the back of the car first. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you, Austin.
Yeah.
Ooh, ew. A little bit of silly spray for the exhaust hangers here. They are quite stubborn. And I would recommend one of those exhaust, I mean, if you want to make your life way easier, one of those exhaust hanger tools, which our friend Sean always lends us. But Sean's out today. So we're going to try and do it the hard way with these pry bars and silicone spray. And hope that we get this thing out.
And go. Yeah. Look at that.
That wasn't easy. Alright, so time to put the cap back in. This is probably the easier part now. We've just got a nice simple bracket system and it will just slide straight back in. Again, a little bit of silicone spray, help it lube it and slide it back in. But yeah, simple, easy peasy now. Pop this in and then we'll start bolting everything up. Oh. Oh, look at that, nice and easy. This is the fun part now. Oops.
Why you got the stuff, Chris?
Oh. You bend over and pick it up. Oh, you did bend over and pick it up, thanks.
Gotta have that ground strap.
Always.
It's amazing how many cars I see with that thing just dangling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We'll leave these tips for last, as it is like the most sort of point of adjustment. So we'll get everything buttoned up down the end here. That way we're not sort of doing our job twice of, you know, aligning our tips. So we'll get this all buttoned up, leave the tips for last. And again, another point of adjustment is the slip joint in the middle. So again, if you have sort of a different section up the front and it's pushing it further forwards or further back, you just have that much more adjustment. So as I said, the engineers really try and think of just about everything for you guys. We'll leave that on sort of semi-loose. Alright, so what I do recommend is giving your threads a quick clean before installing your new hardware. And a notable mention, be sure to remove the old gasket before you put your new one on. We don't want to double gasket up anything. So, yep, clean up the threads, hop on that new gasket. We don't have any exhaust leaks. And bingo, I'm going to pop on our white pipe.
So double gasketing does not mean double sealing.
Doesn't mean double the sealing, no. If anything, means probably less sealing.
Massive exhaust leak.
All right, cool. So once you found your toothbrush, just, you know, clean up.
Yeah, give me a quick
Clean
demo
up
there.
all the edges with your toothbrush. And then if you want to be extra, get the scouring pad and just give it a quick wipe down. And this just gets rid of any little burrs or any, you know, bit of unwanted rust stuck in your new bolts.
Nobody wants a cross thread.
No one wants a cross thread. So we've got the merge collector for the Y pipe. Now, if you do have an O2 sensor that goes here, obviously just remove this nut out of the way. but otherwise just make sure it's tight because you'll get an exhaust leak otherwise. So it's only hand tight out of the box, so just be sure when you're going through everything, tighten up this last bolt.
Let me see inside of that. That's a pretty collection.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice. You can see it. It definitely has good flow. It's not too restrictive. There's only so much you can do there, but that's about as free flowing as possible in my opinion. So looks pretty good. All those extra horsepowers. Doo-doo-doo. So the good thing about leaving everything loose is you get a bit of adjustment. So if this was dead tight, we'd have a bit more of a hard time sliding this in. But because we have some movement, I can actually sort of slide it in and out of the way for me, making this install a whole lot easier. So with everything loose, let's kind of just let everything fall into its own position with a little bit of guidance, so to speak. So we've got this, probably going to tighten this up about here. We'll tighten in these brackets here. And if you've got a little bit of OCD, I like to have, sort of them on opposing sides like this. Just looks a lot cleaner and neater, in my opinion. And if you're super low, you might want to think about sort of tilting these up a little bit so you have a bit more ground clearance. So we're going to quickly now tighten up all these little leftover bolts and nuts, and we're nearly on our way. Okay, so we've got our Y pipe in. Now just come here real quick. Look how thick these things are, man. It's actually thicker than factory. So right away, you're looking at quality. So we've got all the new hardware in there, and then come down to our Y pipe here, which comes onto our lovely little embossed, welded on logo right there, which looks great. New gaskets, everything's bolted tight here. Small little hot dog piece for resonance. Our clamp is nice and tight here. And then we're coming right down to our muffler. Strap is back in, everything's nice and tight. And now time to do the tips. So as I was mentioning earlier, we've got all those extra points of adjustment.
Yeah, show them how it
well, look,
it's
so
not just up and down, but it goes in and out.
Up, down, in and out this way. So no matter what kind of diffuser you have full adjustment, and then you have additional lengthening adjustment on the tips too. So I think it's like 3 points of adjustment that you have total. Anyway, so I like to try and get a quick rough idea of where it's going to sit at, going tight but not too tight. And as we can see already, I need to make a bit of adjustment. This is sitting in closer than this, so a little bit of playing around, but for the most part, this does make install a lot nicer. So one more little tip, I like to be able to feel, if the car's in the air and you can't really see where you're at, I like to feel where the Z1 logo is and just use that as an adjustment point onto where my tips will sit. So I sort of feel here, and my fingers, I kind of line it up. It's not the most scientific method, but it gives you a good idea sort of roughly where it's at, so you can sort of just align them roughly where you want them. One more bit of advice, the exhaust will move on its first heat cycle, so the exhaust expands and shrinks and it will sort of settle into place. So you may need to adjust the tips one more time after doing this job. Exhaust is on. Now the best part, let's listen to it.
Yeah, give her a little bit. That sounds good.
Oh man, it sounds so good. Alright, so now the best part is the test drive. You know, you always gotta test drive after you do a bit of work to the car, so you want to make sure there's any knocks or rattles. So yeah, it's probably the best part of the job.
Just easy part, right? Like just casual drive,
Oh
right?
yeah, easy driving.
What
Man,
was
it
that?
sounds great. Like, sounds good. Nice and throaty, not too much,
No,
but not too
too much
little.
at all.
It's a really nice system. Obviously, we have the single as well, so if you are after a bit more noise, we do have that.
Best bang for the buck right there.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, if you want to keep it,
Refined is the word I like.
I like to say even responsible. You
Yeah.
know, like it's a sports car still, but you're also not being a typical VQ owner. I'm looking at you, straight pipe boys.
No.
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 VQ boys are very responsible. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
Just for a responsible drive. Alright guys, so we've got the HR350Z on the dyno right now. This is going to be the run with the exhaust system now installed. So yeah, today is a bit more of a cool day, kind of like when we were first dynoing this car, which is fantastic. So again, trying to keep those results as close and consistent as possible. Yeah, I'm hoping we see maybe a 10 horsepower gain as well, like the DE did. But again, who knows? Let's see and see what this does. Remember, no tune on this car. It is tuneless, completely stock. So let's see what she does. So there you have it, guys and girls. That is an 11 horsepower increase with the exhaust system. We picked up the torque again, and we talked about this in last episode, that we dropped some torque by doing the intakes and plenums without the catback. And it really goes to show that the catback exhaust really wakes up this car. So I'm very, very happy with those results. Now, putting everything together, the tune, that's really where we're going to see, everything we've done, really see those gains come back up. So again, thank you for coming along, watching this series. We really hope you guys are enjoying it. We're having heaps of fun here doing this one too. So if you want to see more episodes, different cars, stuff like that, please drop it in the comments below that you want to see more of this content so we can keep doing it. I think one more good notable mention, I've seen a few in the comments say, hey, value for money and stuff like that. These are wheel horsepower figures. This is not to the crank. To the crank, you can actually see a lot more power increase. So these are wheel figure, real world horsepower increases we're seeing. So it's not just it's only 10 horsepower. 10, 11 horsepower is huge, considering it's going to make it from the engine, flywheel, clutch, transmission, drive shafts, and then finally to the wheels. So that is quite a huge jump if you look at it for purely bolt-ons. We've not changed any software. It is purely just bolt-on parts. So very, very happy with that. You can find all these parts over at z1motorsports.com.